So if you've got a Citreon Nemo and it's making a twanging noise when you turn left or right on the steering wheel, chances are it's probably top strut bearing. This one I took off, and as you turn it you can feel it's really bad, so that's what's causing the problem. So the new one is on, and I'll show you what I had to do to get all of this out and how to replace it. First of all, I had to take the wipers off, scuttle panel, and that allows you the bearing on this one on the strut was on the left, right side. So there we are, that's where it goes. And there's three 13mm bolts that need to be loosened just there. You can see, got the band jacked up. I've got my should really use a axle stand for safety. I'm using the wheel. I can't find my axle stands, I don't know where they've gone. I've used another little jack just to support the strut there a little bit on the bottom ball joint. You've got a drop link just there that you need to undo. There's also ABS sensor, and the one over here is just for the brake pads sensors. And then there's two bolts that go through there that you have to take out, and then when you take this part out of the strut, just be careful of your drive shaft, which is going up there, that you don't pull it out. This one being a long one, which is not so bad. And then once you've got the strut out, you need to get a pair of spring compressor spring under the nut here at the end. That part all just comes off, put the new one on, put your nut back on the end, tighten it up, take the clamp off so that it's all back together, and there we go. So if you've got a noise like a twangy sound, left to right lock, chances are it might be, that's if one of your coil springs isn't broken, of course, but if that's okay, chances are it's probably the bearing on the top mount that may need replacing. Go, 3 bolts, top of the strut holding the suspension leg in, all tightened up. The obviously this is tight, to make sure you tighten that up while you've got the spring compressor on before you release it. Got 2 bolts going through the strut to support it there. Got the cable here for the brake pad, wear indicator, ABS, and of course this one here being the support for the flexi hose, and at the back there just here, which is the drop link, that's all nice and tight. So all I've got to do now is put the wheel back on and the scuttle and the wipers, and it's job done. Here we go, wipers back on, check them, make sure they're set in the right place. Scuttle panel is just held on by these 3 screws, and you have to sort of pull it. It's a bit tricky, but there you go, look, it's all back together. Hopefully that's sorted the problem. Ta-da for now.